Carolina square off for the first of 2 meetings over the final 3 weeks. The Bucs look to make it 3 in a row over the Panthers, right here in Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 15 carries, 69 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Brady now on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton got his man, Robbie Anderson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 131 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Here's Freeman again on 2nd down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. completions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Now the ball comes loose, and the Panthers have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are, so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Brady. And his pass, incomplete.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Miller.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Brady to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Open man, it's Jalen Darden.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on second down. Newton. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on first and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. William Golston coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete here. The Bucs on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Brady now to throw.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
On first down, Newton.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Newton. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action. It's Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Brady. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Brady now on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Brady. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up into this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and inches, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Newton. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Brady going to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end. Was looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come to the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, You know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, let's go!
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Now Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Newton on 3rd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some room to work.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Here's Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Well, they were successful in one sense. They completed the pass, but still leads them to a tough 4th down situation, doesn't it?
It does, and the deficit more than 3 here in a 1-score game. So the field goal, not their ideal situation. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the try here for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Brady goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Brady now on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. He can't get him down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Again, it's Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
20.
Here's Newton. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prime example there of how his height can be an advantage. It makes it tough on some of these smaller defensive backs.
When they try and go through that type of a receiver to get the football, oftentimes that big body, that frame will block them away. And whether the receiver has to elevate or extend, now he has a clear path to the football with the defender usually on his back.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. He gets it to Thomas. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Throwing is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Newton. There's Trimble, the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. That is caught by Anderson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
To throw is Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Brady to throw. He's got Johnson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down by 2 touchdowns. Exactly 1 minute remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Throwing on first down is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearances.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. One final try now for Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,